and today I will try to clarify what options you can basically have. And but basically to start with, so my name is Eimantas. I'm from Companial. I'm based in Vilnius, Lithuania office, and I'm managing team, and we work on AI and Copilot related services and products. We help partners to enhance their solutions on BC and other Dynamics 365 apps with AI, but we also build the tools internally, and we try to keep moving forward together with Microsoft or with the Microsoft speed in this topic and help you as a partners to strive there as well. So what we will talk today about, so the key topic is love between the Business Central and Copilot. It's really probably from all of the D365 apps, Business Central has the most opportunities around it in terms of Copilot. But on the more serious note, we have five topics to cover. So first of all, I will just give you, I hope, quick intro or overview of the different ways and forms of how Copilot can be met in Business Central and other D365 apps. Then I will present different ways on how system integrators, VARs, and ISVs can leverage all these different ways and opportunities of Copilot. We move on to the more details, for particularly for ISVs, how we can enhance their products with Copilot, as Sylvie mentioned, like really start building on top of the standard solutions and on standard proposition from the Microsoft, building your own services and extensions. And of course, I will share some examples about how other partners in other regions succeeded in adopting Copilot. And then I will try to help you with how and where to start with Copilot-powered solutions in BC. So these are the five topics, a lot of talk about and share from my side. So without further ado, I will start with the first one. And the key question I here to start is about why to really bother about Copilot and AI. And I think there are two key reasons. So first of all, it has enormous potential in terms of the how and how much of the business processes, daily tasks, what we do today, or our partners and customers do today can be automated or totally changed by generative AI. It can be up to 70% of the processes and daily tasks that can be changed. And another reason, together with this potential, we see already in the recent years that customers and end users, they are willing and they are ready to use the generative AI applications into their daily lives and also in their workloads in the business, in what we do every day. So, up to, again, 2/3 of the employees, based on the study by Microsoft, would agree to delegate the task what we do to AI to lessen their workloads, to work more productive and efficiently. So these are the probably key two reasons, like an umbrella ones, high level ones, why to really bother about AI adoption into business space. So, and of course, the key offering from the Microsoft is Microsoft Copilot. And the key question is how you as a partner can use it. So I will not go once again into deeply under definition of Copilot. I think that most of you already know what is Copilot is. Today we will talk about Copilot in the 365 apps, so basically large language models or generative AI, which is embedded in these Microsoft apps, and we can also not only be connected to customer-specific data or processes, but they also can be extended to the very specific vertical or horizontal use or industry use. and I will cover this part as well. So basically how it's possible to extend Copilot in the space of D365 apps. So in terms of D365 products and Copilot, so of course everything starts with M365 Copilot first. So this is like the first doors of any Copilot products from Microsoft, and you can use the Copilot in M365 productivity apps. But if you uh, uh, take solely look into the Dynamics 365, were divided into 4 key business areas, and you can see on these business areas that dedicated D365 apps exist, right? So what is important on this thing is to understand that each of the app has its own copilot. And that copilot in each app has its own very dedicated and very specific features or capabilities that can be done only within that app. And you can see this some of the features listed already. So for example, in Dynamics 365 Sales, you can develop audience segments, for example, using Copilot. If we move straightly to the Business Central, I hope you probably know that in Business Central you can create product descriptions or sales line using a Copilot. So, and these there is, let's say, there is no one Copilot for all the 365 apps, right? So once again, just to highlight, Copilot exists in each of the app, and it can have very specific features. I will also show today very briefly and later on from what is on BC Central. So moving on, what Microsoft just recently announced, there are another group of, let's say, copilots. It's agents. So, and it was 10 of them in total introduced like a month or 2 weeks ago. And what is specific for Business Central, it was sales order agents. So these agents live within Business Central, but we can do actions and activities or conduct some processes outside BC. So basically can get the emails, can summarize the emails, can decide what is kind of the email, is it related to sales or orders or not, and it can also work within the Business Central, make a quote, and then basically send what is all the information and communication needed for the customer. So basically, it's even more advanced concept of applying generative AI function, but since it's just recently released and the details how partners can adopt these agents, how it can configure these agents, where details are not clear yet, I will be not focusing on these agents for today. And then another part of this Copilot journey within the Dynamics 365 area is custom Copilots. So custom Copilots released by Microsoft. So I hope you already know that there are Copilots dedicated for certain business functions. So Copilots for sales, for service, and for finance. So these copilots can basically connect not only Dynamics 365 apps, but other apps, and can provide generative AI features like summarization of calls in Teams and use the information from the third-party apps, for example, SAP or SuccessFactors. So these are the standard offerings from the Microsoft that exists around business applications. And the extensibility part comes into basically that Microsoft also provides you tools needed to build your own Copilot features within each of the business application, or you can also build your custom Copilots that could be dedicated for particular function or vertical or industry. So this is the key application of Copilot, like all in this area. So moving on, it's also important to understand that when we talk about Copilot, especially in business application, it's not only about the chat. Yes, the Copilot chat exists in each of the Microsoft app, including all D365 apps, and you can chat with the particular data and data tables, or you can find the information from the particular tables. You can ask to explain that data using the chat. But this is only one way or one channel of interaction with the Copilot. Another is also quite old, let's say, capability is plugins and connectors. So you can build these connectors, or you can use already existing ones to connect your uh, customer Business Central deployment or your extension into, for example, M365 Copilot. And then that means that users can use Business Central data, for example, in Teams. So, and you can see the example here is Zendesk connector. So basically this connector uses the data from Zendesk, and this data can be used in Teams chat. Another very important feature for you as a BC partners is basically built-in Copilot features. So Microsoft has what I mentioned, and here is also additional example is marketing text suggestions. I hope you know this feature, but these features, the difference between the first one is that we are not conversational features of Copilot. They basically very similar features as standard ones. You, let's say, click several buttons. Just what we do, we generate data, we generate text, we can transform the text, we can generate tables, etc. So basically, it's about the generation of the different information on data, but you don't need to, let's say, chat let's say, with chatbot to really use these features. And next way how you can approach the Copilot, what I already mentioned, is these custom Copilots. So these are stand-alone, let's say, chatbots, or now we called agents. So basically, the application on generative AI features that are standalone, you can chat and we can conduct particular tasks, answer particular questions about the industry, about your solution. We have some particular knowledge and some particular actions that you can, let's say, as I mentioned, Copilot for finance. You can work with third-party apps for finance and use Teams as a channel to basically question and answer the data you have in that app. And the last, the newly introduced one, as I mentioned, agents. And since we are very newly introduced, I will not go into the details today. We will focus on the four I mentioned before. So again, from this slide, the key understanding, I think that when you think about the Copilot and how it can be adopted in VC, do not think only about the chat, but also about other three additional options. So, but from very practical perspective, how you as a partner can have some opportunities to really leverage, really do at least something about the Copilot. And to answer this question, I think it's very important to let's say, distinguish between two groups. So the first group of partners is system integrators and value-added resellers. So, and the key role here is basically drive the adoption and awareness of the Copilot across customer solutions, meaning that you really take a step in introducing, showing the Copilot for the customers, out-of-the-box solutions that are already available and made by the Microsoft. And another role of the partner is ISVs. So basically, your role here is expected, at least from the Microsoft, is that you will use the defined and built tools by Microsoft to develop yourself an intelligent application of generative AI in Business Central, whether it will be the feature, whether it will be a custom Copilot. But the key here is basically really expand and extend your current solution offerings. So, and moving into the full picture of what these both roles can do, let's start with the C's and R's once again. So first of all, as I mentioned, building awareness and readiness. So basically showing the demo, showing that these copilots are standard built-in solutions into base Business Central applications, that it's already existing and already working. Let's say teaching or showing for partners, for customers, what is available and how we can use. Also using Copilot as a differentiator on selling or comparing the Business Central with other solution providers. So basically telling that, yes, there are a lot of different integrations and ways how you can use generative AI at the moment, and including within the enterprises or in smaller business. However, the key advantage of Business Central or any D365 Microsoft product, that the particular features, particular stack of generative AI, it's already included out of the box into the applications. And of course, probably the one of the key things here is scaling sales, selling the copilots. So here, yes, some of the copilots, we have their own SKUs, so M365 copilots, custom copilot licenses. You can already build your sales there on selling these copilots for those who are applicable this modern workspace. But for others, just bear in mind that all copilots in D365 app included in BC, they are already integrated into the standard packaging, standard licensing. So, and they come, let's say, for free. They are included. There is no other pricing attached, at least at the moment, for copilots in the D365 apps. So, and then the next thing what can be done is basically configuration and adoption. So the first part, configuration, is to helping really customers to start using the copilots with their data, with their needs, with their specific, let's say, industry needs or the way how we're working. And talking about the way how we're working, adoption part is also crucial here. So really explaining for the end users how this Copilot features can be used in their daily lives or daily tasks, what we do, which features should be used in what sequence, how often, etc. Because all the changes that Copilot is coming into the market or into the, let's say, workplace, this is also the change of how people worked for centuries or ages, right? So it's very important to stay together with your customer and really explaining and helping, providing learnings and change management materials to really help them going. And then, of course, if the Copilot were adopted successfully, there could be additional need to really expand the usage of the Copilot and different features, or maybe different systems, or on the different data from different systems. So, and this is very important to start about thinking collaboration, and then this collaboration basically goes down to talking with ESVs, where we can actually build and or use the needed plugins and connectors to provide the data from the extensions or from the different solutions into the needed Copilot, whether it's custom Copilot or M365 Copilot. And moving on, then we can also really build Copilot features that are very specific for their extensions, very specific for their customers or for verticals we're working on. So this is a crucial area that Microsoft allows and gives the tools to build the features and also build the custom copilots that will be specialized on very specific data you or your customer can have and can help working with this specific data in, let's say, this conversational way. And of course, with additional tooling from Azure, there is a possibilities to build standalone intelligent applications. So this is the full menu that both of the roles can do. And I hope that it will gives you a vision, a broader spectrum of the options that you can basically start thinking about, and maybe this will spark, okay, some of the actions you can go. And then if we move a bit more into details about these potential actions or options you can have. So again, first starting with VARs and Cs. So basically, if you're having discussions with the customers, okay, so this Copilot, what is this? Does it relies to me? Does it work for me, etc.? So really help them and advise them that when Copilot is needed, how it can help, which let's say actions it can do, and really have this kind of sessions and discussions with your customers. Next step is, of course, the requirements or prerequisites. So in terms of using the Copilot, so if your customers already on SaaS versions of Business Central, it's quite easy to start using or at least start testing the Copilot and checking and demoing for the customers. So all the readiness is already, I would say, there, but of course there should be some consultations to be aware, okay, so how this can work, Copilot. And then if you go into discussion with the customers, okay, so we have a lot of different data, not only BC, but we need to have integrations with this data. So of course there is a opportunity for you to start talking about the configuration of the Copilot solutions, whatever they will be in BC or M365 or some kind of different integrations. Then you will start talking, okay, so what are the use scenarios? What are the configurations need to be done? What and how it will be deployed? What kind of copilots and where and for whom? And then, if we, again we talk next topic is about the adoption and change management. So about best practices, how to start using, how to keep using, which particular roles in companies should be focusing on using, which features are dedicated of Copilot are dedicated for which of the roles. So it's also very important to guide the customer. Okay, so what is the real use cases for each and every of my employees, right? So because not all the features are used by all the employees. There are very dedicated and specific use cases for what are delivered by the Copilot. And again, if there is a conversation turns into the extensibility usage, not only about the data, but also about across the apps, across the extensions we have bought from you or from your partner, the ESVs. So you can also start talking about the Copilot extensibility, what features so they want to have, what challenges they see they can solve with the adoption of AI, or you can help them to see what challenges we can solve with AI. And if you talk about the extensibility, let's move into, let's say, the picture of the overall, let's say, installments of BC for the customers. So what is the commitment of Microsoft is basically we have this based BC application, and what they usually communicate that we have this Copilot chat, and we have been doing and we will be doing a lot of Copilot features for this base application. So most of the base application features will be covered by one way or another by the Copilot. And around it, and this is the area for VARs, right? So, and around what I already mentioned, it's about the connecting the data, enabling and configuring these features, embedding the custom copilots per need, and also enabling or configuring the AI-powered features, the ones existed for already a couple of years, for example, cash forecasting in BC. But what becomes interesting is if we move into the extensions, into the DSV sphere. So there is not only a configuration or setup task to be done, but also setting up the custom data to the Copilot chat, building these custom Copilot features, and Microsoft will not go there, meaning that Microsoft will be focusing on base app enhancement with the Copilot, and what is left is these extensions of ISVs, and also building custom AI features with this, let's say, OG machine learning models, for example, forecasting or classification. And of course, outside the BC, there is a probability or capability to build custom copilots or new AI-powered apps. So, and these, the last three, are the key areas to focus on ESVs. And to be a bit more practical, really to see what is already on the ground, let's imagine that you are in USV and you have your own application of advanced financial planning and analysis. And let's see how it puts on the map I just shown. So first of all, starting with Copilot features in BC. So there are already at least 7 plus Copilot chat Copilot features in BC that can be already used. However, the problem, maybe some of you know, is that only one feature is generally available at the moment, and all other are in public preview. However, it will become available next month and also in the beginning of the next year. So it's really becoming more and more integrated, and now I hope really available for partners and for customers to use, right? So what is also additional and showing Microsoft commitment into this Copilot, that we adding new features, we adding enhancement of the existing features of the Copilot in BC. We added in the last wave, they will add and enhance more in the next wave. So it's really, as I mentioned, commitment, and you can see what kind of different features starting from marketing, but also going to bank account reconciliation, going to analysis. So it's very different. It's not one, let's say, base application area, but it's all scattered around the place, and they're going and going more and more. And we also have available this machine learning application that were introduced, I think, 2 or 3 years ago already. So then if we move into your, let's say, as I mentioned, practical example of advanced financial planning and analysis app for banking industry. So what you can do, so you can build a plugin to M365 Copilot. Then you can enable these standard features, of course, when they are available for your customer. And you can also, let's say, embed it, your part of your applications or data into Copilot for Finance, so that end users can use this across different solutions, not only BC. Then you move into the chat phase. So basically you connect your custom tables into the Copilot chat in BC, and you have built balance sheet and P&L automated summarization feature. So basically it lives inside your extension or app, and this was done by BCI Toolkit. So BCI Toolkit is delivered by Microsoft. It's a toolkit for developers to build what I mentioned, these particular features for the extensions and for the apps that basically use Azure OpenAI service and has this AI capabilities. And key focus here is really build what is needed needed for the industry or for the application. And then you can also build advanced portfolio performance app. For example, you have some forecasting analysis models there that are very advanced, and this can be built by Azure AI Foundry, which was renamed in Ignite, announced yesterday or 2 days ago, and also Copilot Studio for low-code developments. And in this low-code developments, you can build this yourself, financial planning and analysis, custom Copilot. So I know it can seem to be a lot of details and detailed presentation, but what I wanted to show just an overall picture, how this Copilot, different features and application of the Copilot can be seen on this map of integration of base application and also having extensions all together. So just a summary for ISVs. So I think the key opportunities lies now is to connecting your app or extension to the M365 Copilot and also creating custom Copilot features for your app or extension. What is coming is that you will, in the future, you will be able to connect to the existing agents that will be created by Microsoft, or you create your own agents. How you will be able to create the agents is not clear yet. And if you use Azure AI services, you can build custom Copilot or agents, and you can enhance the app or build the new ones with machine learning and AI features. And what is important, not building for sake of building, but really the focus here is to creating new unique experience for the customers, this conversational experience, built-in AI features, intelligent features that can understand the intent of the users, understand the semantics of the words, understand the context of the task they're doing, really helping employees to work more effectively. And it allows you for your products to capture new markets and increase the revenue streams by the new features, new customers, broader customer face, etc. And what is again important, what I wanted to mention is the technical tools that are already available for all the scenarios, starting from the low code, focusing only on BC or going to pro code. All the toolkits are already available by the Microsoft. So, and now moving to the examples. So first of all, this is the example what we have done with LE Dynamics, UK partner. So we work in public park, entertainment parks industry. So when we have a accommodation management solution for that industry, and what we have done for this solution, we built feature that helps to optimize the booking metrics of this accommodation and then generates personalized emails for the customers to basically help upselling the users, their customers, and generating more revenue, and also, let's say, saving the time because you don't need to track yourself, but you can use this this feature. So let me show a quick demo for this feature.
Introducing Elite AI. Utilizing Microsoft's Azure OpenAI seamlessly integrated into the Elite Bookings module, we have developed Elite AI, a powerful tool poised to significantly boost your booking income with minimal effort. By optimizing the upgrade process, Elite AI effortlessly streamlines the ability to offer upgrades to your existing customers. With AI incorporated into the Elite Bookings process, you can now create upgrade campaigns at the touch of a button, unlocking the potential for increased booking revenue with very little manual input. With Elite AI, starting an upgrade campaign is as easy as inputting your search parameters. Elite Parks will then automatically display all eligible bookings from within your search parameter, identifying the next available upgrade based on your booking upgrade path. Once your campaigns have been generated, you can see the potential income that could be achieved if every booking in each campaign is upgraded. You can now drill down and initiate your email campaign with ease. Elite Parks will then, using Elite AI, generate an email tailored to each customer within the campaign, highlighting the benefits and features gained upon upgrading. Here you will have the option to customize the existing, regenerate a new email using AI, or if you are satisfied, you can keep the email. Elite Parks will then display the email one final time, allowing you to check the final email.
Yeah, so this is one example of how Copilot features can be done. And you can say that, oh, okay, so it's accommodation, it's holiday parks, it's not my business. So Copilot is not applicable to my industry, to my business. Okay, so and there is another solution, another horizontal in this case. So there is a clever dynamic partner that they have data validation templates solution, like an extension, and it basically provides a way to specify the rules about data that should be completed on particular tables in BC, such as fields that are mandatory or should be limited to particular values or formats of the data. So basically you creating the data table, there is a template and you can specify, okay, so how it should be validated, what are the validation rules, etc. So, and what they come up with is basically they thought that maybe Copilot can help us to with this templates creation. Just a second. And you can see here that now with this Copilot feature in natural language, you can write down these rules to create the data table, and you can see the suggest the rules is the like a feature, and you can write down the rules, and basically using this Copilot feature, the table template is being created with the rules apply. So this is another example, very, I would say, horizontal one, not related to the specific industry or knowledge. Another, let's move on to a bit to the apps and what I would like to show. So I already explained one of the example of advanced financial planning and analysis. So there is a data coverage partner, and they have built actually this intelligent app for Business Central for automated P&L creation. Let's switch to now to their demo of the solution. And you can see that again, it's a very, very specific, let's say, application, and it's for this horizontal, let's say, area. And what this solution do is basically first allows to do reporting for company specific needs. So you can do the template, right? So it's nothing a bit of the AI here. But you can create your very specific template, and what it will do now, then it will help you to map the financial data to the chart of the accounts. It's coming here, so you can see that it's also quite automated, let's say, and quite easy to do. Everything is the mapping. It's done in the backend. Then out of this template, what is going to do next? So we create this report, and what is going to do is creating P&L, automated P&L statements to easily with the data the customer has, mm, specifying the, let's say, the key data here, and you can see that report is generated. And here is also, let's say, a bit of the automation and mapping the data, but where mostly AI comes in their particular example is basically evaluating the report, or I would say uh, getting insights from the report. So again, using this Copilot toolkit in BC, you can see, you can have more insights about the data, not only plain numbers, let's say like this, right? But really explaining, providing the recommendations, what we have been shown. And what is also one important feature is basically interactive Q&A with this report. So you can chat on or about the data which lives inside the BC. And it's particularly for this, let's say, financial statements data. So, and you can see it provided the answer based on the question they had. So this is another example. So again, with this example, what I wanted to show and to basically here is to highlight that this application of Copilot in BC, it can be done across any business. It can be done across any industry. It can be very verticalized, let's say, industry as accommodation, right? But and holiday parks, but it can be more of the horizontal side on the, let's say, more advanced features on the BC itself, or it can be on the horizontal business areas as like financial planning, and you can build even the apps. And the last example I will not show because I just want to be aware of the time. I see I have lack of that, but basically the Copilot, the Vodafone, using Azure and Copilot Studio, they built their intelligent assistant to help with all customer-related questions. So there is, let's say, an intelligent chatbot for customer service they do every day. And then after these examples, I hope that this helps you to start really thinking, okay, so how I can really use this Copilot, and you're thinking how to start. So, and I would say that the first thing where to start is basically know your customer challenges, right? So what your customer needs, what, let's say, an inefficiencies on using the product they have, knowing the challenges, only then you go into the envisioning of the potential solution. It can Copilot or AI solve the challenges we have? And if you came up with the potential solution and it's good to solve with the AI, you just select the most appropriate way and tools to build the solution. So, and it's very easy, right? So only three steps and you're good to go, and you're already Copilot advanced and AI advanced, right? But I say honestly, probably not, and maybe you will need some help, and we really can help you. And in the way how we can help you, we have a full end-to-end AI development service for you, for our partners at Companial. So, and this service includes, and we can start you from very beginning, from this envisioning and understanding steps, finding the best solutions you can get, finding the biggest value of the challenges and ideas that needs to be solved. We can also help you with the validation of developing proof of concept of your ideas or the use cases. And we can also help with the full solution development for BC using AI behind it. And we, of course, if everything is completed, we can help you manage the service. We will help you manage the solution. And the key thing here that we focus on the value, adding value for your specific solution, and that this value added the product offering or enhancement in the existing product will help you to differentiate in the market and help you grow your business. And then moving a bit deeper, so about the envisioning workshop, I think this is the stage where a lot of partners are in. So how to start, where to start. So we have the offering for the AI envisioning workshop. During this workshop, we basically want to do 4 key things. We want to first inspire you to show even more examples of what you can do. We want to brainstorm, okay, what you can do with your products, what is needed in your industry. We want to identify the customers' challenges. We want to help you identify potential solutions, right? And then we go into the prioritization. Okay, so what is the best for you now to do and how these solutions need to be defined moving forward. And actually, in this workshop, we are not only brainstorming and thinking only about, high level stuff. No. What we want to do here, we want really help you to find and define the best high value AI use case. And this high value use case is specific for your product and for your industry. And in this workshop, we really want to grasp all the different challenges from business side, from the user experience side, and from the technology side. And based on these discussions, you can see the questions. So from the business side, how many customers can use the feature or the product? How often we can use? What problem we are solving? From the experience, is the AI the best way? What your user expect? Do they expect the chatbot to have a conversation with? Do they expect the feature, or it's an agent needs to be done? Does the AI fit at all for the purpose, for the use case? And also in the technology point, so what is the AI you will need? Is it like this Copilot or generative AI? Is it maybe old machine learning models? And we really, based on these conversations and questions, we have discussions and the whole workshop session. And what we want to do is basically to score each of the AI use case we came up with against these questions, against these 3 areas. And we found the best fit using this course. So it's really hands-on, open-minded workshop and collaboration, what we do and what we expect with the partners. And we helped other partners. I show some of the examples. We have even more. We have from different industries, from construction, 4PS, from food manufacturer, EasyTech. So already validated this workshop with an ideas, an application of Copilot in BC with other partners. So with this, even with the increase of time, sorry for that, but still the same question I think is here, is the potential of AI is clear, and the question is what you will build.
Thank you, Eimantas. Are there any other questions at the moment? Zijn er na dit webinar concrete vragen of algemene vragen? Dan mogen jullie die ook altijd nog aan Hans of aan mij stellen achteraf. Uiteraard zullen we ook de PowerPoint delen. En de key takeaway, denk ik, is vooral om zeker nog het gesprek aan te gaan met de klant. En zodra zij een vraag hebben of jullie een concreet mogelijkheid zien, om dan met ons het gesprek aan te gaan om te kijken hoe wij jullie eventueel kunnen helpen. Ik wil jullie nog eens allemaal bedanken voor jullie aanwezigheid en ik zie dat mijn collega Sander ondertussen de PowerPoint ook al heeft gedeeld. Zijn er nog vragen op dit moment? Nee? Dan wens ik jullie nog eens allemaal heel hartelijk te bedanken en tot binnenkort. Tot ziens.
Thank you everyone.